friends, welcome to Rise and Speak with Raj. Today we're going to talk about the stages involved in the fresher hiring process, which is called the campus recruitment process. Campus recruitment process is usually a process wherein the companies visit the colleges, the engineering colleges or technology colleges, and conduct the recruitment process to recruit the fresh talented, the fresh graduates from the campus. So what are the stages that are involved into campus recruitment process? Here we go. Let's take a look at them. Pre-placement talk is the first stage that is involved in campus recruitment process. And the second one is online test. And the third stage is group discussion. And the fourth one is telephonic round. And the fifth is a technical round, which is otherwise called the TR. And the sixth one is managerial round, which is otherwise called MR. And the seventh one is human resource round, which is called the HR. And finally, the eighth one is letter of intent, which is otherwise called offer letter. Okay, let's now take a look at an elaborate look at each of these stages and as to how we need to prepare for each of the stages in the campus recruitment process. The first one is pre-placement talk. Let me tell you, pre-placement talk is a formal interaction arranged by the company in order to meet and learn more about the fresh yet to join employees, as well as introduce them to the company, their rules and regulations and code of conduct. So remember, usually in pre-placement talk, the recruiters are expected to have a lot of interaction with the prospective candidates. So which means you're all seated in a big hall, the recruiters will come, and as they enter inside the hall where you are seated, firstly, all of you are required to stand up and wish them very confidently and energetically, because first impression is the best impression. And to create the best impression on the recruiters, you must all wish them with a lot of energy, like good morning the team, or good morning sirs, or stand up and wish them like good afternoon, depending upon the time of the day you are meeting them. Okay, so once you wish them, they get a feeling, yes, we have come to a good college where we have potential students, highly energetic and dynamic, because first impression, again, I'm telling you, first impression is the best impression that's going to be created on the recruiters. And remember, once you have been informed by your specific placement department or placement cell in your college that a particular company is going to visit your college in the couple of days, immediately the first thing that you need to do is you need to go to the web portal of that particular company and gather as much information as possible about the company, which is called, you need to do otherwise a research on the company potential, the company information. Talk about when was the company started, how old is this company, and who is the present board of directors, who is the CEO, how is the work culture, what are the achievements over the last few years of the company, and who are the major clients, what are the major projects that are handled. And I'm sure every corporate company has a website on which all these details are mentioned. So you must gather all this information and then go, because during pre-placement talk time, the recruiters will ask you, probably most recruiters would ask you the first question as, what do you know about our company? So what do you know about our company? They might call probably people by name, or sometimes they might even show their hands and ask you to stand up. And then, yes, young man, please tell me about our company. Then you should be able to stand up and talk as much information as possible that you have gathered about the company. They would feel very happy, because when you talk a lot about the company, they'll feel highly happy, precisely because they see that the students are well prepared and they show a lot of interest in joining the company. Therefore, the recruiters will feel happy. So the first thing that you need to do before you go for the pre-placement talk is gather as much information as possible about the company, so that you can present your views on the company to the recruiter. And during pre-placement talk time, the recruiters will not only interact with you, they will also give you a PowerPoint presentation on which they will try to give you the details about the company elaborately. So it's going to be more on interaction, okay, because it's interaction that's going to impress the recruiters, and any recruiter would love to see when students keep giving a lot of information, keep asking a lot of questions, keep involving themselves into a lot of interaction. So pre-placement talk is initially, or rather primarily intended for an interaction with the prospective candidates to be recruited. Next, the second stage in the campus recruitment test, campus recruitment, is online test. So it is conducted to test the logical, numerical, verbal, and programming competencies of a candidate. So here, the recruiters intend the online test usually is for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Most of the companies have conduct this online test within this time range of 60 minutes to 90 minutes. So during which they'll be asking you questions based on aptitude, mathematical aptitude, or probably ability they might ask you, and reasoning ability and verbal ability, which includes English language, probably related to grammar, or sometimes even there are some companies that also adapt essay writing to test your capacity or your way of writing or framing sentences in English. And they would also conduct a test on what you call programming, which is otherwise called the automata, or including coding, because they'll be trying to test your knowledge on the required concept of the technical abilities, especially if you're trying to attend an interview for an IT company. The primary knowledge that you need to have is the programming. Or if you're trying to go for attend an interview for a core company, like say for example mechanical engineering graduates or civil engineering graduates or electrical engineering graduates, they would be asking you questions based on your core subject. Yes. Moving on to the next stage. The third stage in your campus recruitment process would be on group discussion, which is otherwise called GD. And remember, once those who are shortlisted in the online test, those shortlisted candidates will be moved to the next round called group discussion. Today, group discussions are conducted to assess the overall personality of an individual. There are 4 major competencies that are evaluated by the recruiters. What are they? Let's take a look at them. The personality manifestation. So during group discussion, they'll try to test what kind of a personality do you possess. Personality here doesn't mean a six-pack personality or 6 feet height. Personality means more of your internal characteristics and traits, like your attitude, your confidence, your ability to answer the questions confidently, or your ability to solve challenges or problems. That's what we call the personality manifestation. So are you a guy with that kind of a personality with a lot of confidence? That's what they would check it. And the second most important component they would check is your communication skills, your English ability, your ability to communicate your thoughts confidently is a matter of great importance for the recruiters. And the third most important competency they would look for is your knowledge on the topic that is given. Remember, a group discussion is a place where you are seated. It's a platform where you share your knowledge or share your thoughts on a given topic with the members of the group. And there you need to prove that you are really a guy with good knowledge on the given subject. So they might give you any topics, right from social topics to the technological topics. They might give you any topics. So there could be even topics based on politics or entertainment or social concerns, anything of that sort. So you should be able to present your views systematically with other members, so that you emerge as an impressive candidate, so that you emerge as a winner in this group discussion. So knowledge on the given topic is very, very important. How do we get this knowledge on the given topic? So I would highly recommend that all of you develop a habit of reading newspaper every day, at least for about 15-20 minutes. That will throw a lot of light on equipping yourself with excellent current knowledge on the current topics, so that you can confidently share your thoughts or discuss the topic with other members in the group discussion. So the best way to develop your knowledge on the given topic is develop a habit of reading newspaper or watching news channels right from today onwards. Prepare in that direction. Okay. And the fourth most important component they would look for in the group discussion is your leadership skills. Remember, today the success of any company depends on the teamwork. So they would be looking for how good you are as a team, or how good you are as a leader who can communicate, who can actually take charge of the team and provide solutions for the problems. So these are the 4 major components any recruiter would love to observe during a group discussion, especially if it is a campus recruitment. And the next stage in the campus recruitment is a telephonic interview. So telephonic interviews are often conducted by employers in the initial interview round of the hiring process. So once you get through the group discussions, you'll be taken to the next level called telephonic interview, during which they'll be trying to test your communication, confidence, and subject knowledge. So they might ask you a few questions based on the subject. Okay, if you are a guy with technical knowledge on computers and software engineering, they might ask you a few questions based on based on your competencies in the core subjects. Okay, and this is also now telephonic round. They'll also be checking your communication skills and your confidence. Therefore, you should speak with a very high confidence levels and not losing sight of your energy while speaking on the phone, because you are not directly present face to face with the recruiter. Do not forget, you are not present to him directly. Your character, your personality is judged by the way you speak, by the way you express yourself. So which means you should have high levels of confidence and energy while conversing with the recruiters during telephonic interview. The next round is technical round, which is otherwise called the TR. So technical interviews are used to assess candidates for specialist positions in IT, engineering and science. They feature questions that are specific to the role you have applied for, so that the employer can confirm you have the requisite skills. So remember, technical round is a very significant round in campus recruitment process. They will try to test your technical abilities on skills like C, Java, Python, big data. So whatever the kind of core subjects that are related to the IT industry. Or same is the case for those who are preparing for the other jobs like into mechanical engineering, civil engineering. Those people, you need to be strong at your core subjects. Okay, and technical skills. It's a serious test on technical skills. Okay, they might even ask you a few questions related to your academic projects. It could be mini projects or it could be a major project which you have done. You should be able to highlight whatever the technical skill set that you have during this particular round. Project to the recruiter that you are the right guy for this position, who is absolutely suitable with the best of the skills. So you should be able to present in that way. So we say that I use some action words while talking about, like, I successfully completed a project for about 2 months. Okay, I handle so and so. I'm good at C. I'm good at Java. I can even do this. I have even developed a website based on this particular concept. You can always try to highlight that. And during technical round, they might, or you can also expect a few more questions based on your paper presentations, conferences, or kind of youth fest that you have attended, or whatever the kind of technical achievements that you have got can be expressed, can be asked during technical round. Okay, and the next one is managerial round. Okay, so managerial round is a way to test your management abilities, which means you are put in a complex situation and they'll try to see how you are able to provide solutions. So they might ask you questions like, I'll give you one example for this. They might ask you a question like, imagine you are appointed, you are promoted, or you are appointed the team leader of a project, and there are around 8 members in your team and you are the leader for that. One member in your team does not cooperate with you properly. He has a negative attitude, doesn't even care for it, doesn't involve himself in this project. So how will you handle such person? So that question. And they might want to test how good you are in managing a team, how good you are in leading a team, how good you are in providing solutions for a problem, how good you are in understanding the other members of the group emotionally and otherwise. Okay, so this is called the managerial round, and let me tell you very specially, managerial round is very rarely conducted, or rather very few companies prefer this round, especially like TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, uses this particular round called managerial round, during which they'll be asking you questions based on they will be giving you questions based on practical situations. They'll put you in a practical situation and give you a few questions, and they would expect you to provide them competent answers for that. Okay, so yes, next one is the final round is human resource round. So the HR round is generally the last round in the recruitment process of any company, less chance of elimination. They will test you on your personal interests, goals, strengths and weaknesses, and they would also be trying to test your attitude, because you might expect in this round a few questions like, what are your interests, what are your goals, what is your short-term goal and long-term goal, and talk about your strengths. Can you talk about a couple of your weaknesses? Okay, how would you project your attitude? So they would be trying to test how confident a person you are. They might even check your confidence and other soft skills. So it is a round wherein the recruiters are interested to know more about your personality, more about your personal life, more about your personal interests, your strengths and weaknesses, what you are comprised of. So that's how the human resource round happens. Once you are done with it, the last thing will be a letter of intent. Okay, a letter of intent, LOI, or offer letter outlines the terms of employment in a much simpler format than what will be presented in a contract. It acts almost as an informal promise between you and your future employer and can be an important mental step toward solidifying an employment agreement. So remember, it is the offer letter. Once it's a final confirmation that you have finally been selected for the particular position in the company. And most of the companies give you the offer letters on the same day when you are when you complete the whole process. But some HRs would also prefer sending the offer letter through mail. They might not give you a hard copy to your hand. They might even send you, they would say, well, these are the people, list of the people who have been shortlisted in the final round of the HR interview for this process, and the offer letters will be sent to you through your mail. They might even say that. Okay, this is how the campus recruitment process happens for freshers. So friends, thank you so much. I suppose you have understood all this particular process, the 8 steps that are involved into the campus recruitment process for freshers. Thank you so much for watching this video, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel, Rise and Speak with Raj. Thank you so much.